Harold started every morning the same way: a cup of strong, black coffee, the daily crossword puzzle, and a deep-seated mistrust of any phone number he didn't recognize. For years, he'd let them ring out, content in his quiet bubble. But that particular morning, something shifted. A little spark of curiosity, maybe boredom, made him pick up. He took a slow sip of his coffee and answered, his voice calm. "Hello? Good morning, sir. My name is Kevin and I have incredible news for you. You have been selected as the grand prize winner of a luxury Caribbean cruise." The voice on the other end was slick, overly enthusiastic, and reeked of a script. Harold's eyes twinkled with a familiar mischief, a silent grin spreading across his face. He leaned back in his chair, the warm morning sun on his shoulders. This was going to be more fun than the crossword. "A cruise, you say? Well, isn't that something? Tell me, Kevin, should I pack my swimsuit, or would my magnifying glass be more useful on this trip?" There was a beat of silence. A slight, almost imperceptible hesitation from the other end. Harold chuckled quietly and made a mental note. Clue number 1. The scammer, Kevin, quickly recovered his composure. "Ah, very funny, sir. No magnifying glass needed, just your sense of adventure. Now, to claim your prize, we just need to verify a few details for security purposes. A small, fully refundable processing fee is required to hold your spot." Harold hummed thoughtfully, swirling the last of his coffee. "A fee, you say? That sounds reasonable for a whole cruise. Tell me, what's the name of your fine company again?" "Grand Adventures Travel," you said? "My grandson is quite the computer whiz. He could look you up for me. What's your head office address?" The caller rattled off a company name and a P.O. box address in a different state. Harold scribbled it down on the edge of his newspaper. "Wonderful, wonderful," Harold said, his voice dripping with faint excitement. "And you, Kevin, you sound like a very successful young man. Where are you calling from today? It sounds so sunny there." Over the next 15 minutes, Harold masterfully played the part of a slightly confused but very eager senior. He asked about Kevin's family, his hobbies, the weather where he was. He complimented his sales technique and sympathized with how hard his job must be. With each question, he gently steered the conversation away from his own financial details and deeper into the scammer's fabricated world. The caller, completely disarmed by Harold's friendly, grandfatherly charm, started to slip up. He contradicted his own stories, his fake name started to sound less convincing, and the cracks in his professional facade began to show. Harold had him tangled in a web of his own lies, all while pretending he was just making friendly conversation and trying to find his checkbook. Finally, the scammer's confident tone faltered, replaced by a sigh of genuine frustration. "Sir, you know what? Forget the fee. You're a really nice guy to talk to." Harold seized the moment. "Well, thank you, son. You know, a bit of honesty goes a long way in this world. It's a lesson that's worth more than any cruise." There was another pause, longer this time. Then, in a quiet, defeated voice, the scammer asked, "How do you do it? How do you stay so positive?" Harold couldn't help but let out a hearty laugh. He had not only foiled a scam but had somehow turned it into a life coaching session for the scammer. He had turned the tables so completely that the predator was now asking the prey for advice. Harold finally hung up the phone, his shoulders shaking with laughter. The sound echoed warmly in his quiet kitchen. His grandson, who had been listening from the doorway with a wide smile, walked in and shook his head in amusement. "Grandpa, you're unbelievable." Harold looked up, his eyes still sparkling. He tapped his finger on the crossword puzzle. "See this? It's all about patterns and paying attention. People are the same. He then pointed to the phone. Wisdom is free, my boy. But it can cost you a good laugh if you ignore the chance to use it. He winked. In a world full of digital traps, sometimes the best defense isn't a firewall, but a sharp mind, a good sense of humor, and the simple, timeless power of a conversation. And on that sunny morning, justice didn't sound like a siren or a gavel, it sounded like a grandfather's laughter filling a quiet kitchen. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed Harold's wit, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tales that warm the heart and sharpen the mind. We'll see you in the next one.